Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, it is grand party time. The grandest party of them all is back, baby. I believe it's season 23 right now. I actually don't know. Yeah, I think season 23 is upon us. And in today's video, we're doing some wild and wacky stuff. We're diving in with ROC Luffy. Now, this season's built up around Giampier, Powerhouse, Quick Units, all that fun stuff are getting lots and lots of buffs. And a couple days ago, probably about a week ago now, my boy Itachi sent me this weird-ass quick team, and I thought, hey, let's try out ROC Luffy in the Grand Party Game Mode once again. He did get some level limit break buff since we last used him. His Grand Party didn't get buffed, but, like, let me know if you guys want to see anyone else in the Grand Party Game Mode. Let me know down in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive into day one of Grand Party. Alright, so we're going to kick it off with a Gear 5 fight. Now, obviously, ROC Luffy, he's not a meta leader. He's definitely not a meta leader at all. But again, Quick is getting, like, super buffed at the moment. Quick Powerhouse, particularly. So I thought, hey, let's bring a character that we can actually have some fun with and try something out. Unfortunately, Giampier is pretty much the only fighter Powerhouse character that has some sort of Grand Party leader skill or passive skill, burst skill. So I couldn't really get a way to get that extra burst, but look, ROC Luffy, he does seem like a very interesting leader. Now, with the team that Itachi sent me, it looks a little bit like this. We are utilizing a 5-man slasher team, but we have dropped the driven aspect of cross guild. It's basically just built up about a lot more damage output, and it tends to work a little bit nicer in that regard, up against stuff like strength teams, up against stuff like slasher teams, up against stuff like cerebral teams. So that's pretty much what we're going to look for today, because it's day one. We can actually choose that, which is really, really nice. The way ROC Luffy works as a leader is when you use specials, you actually get cooldowns for his burst ability. Now, his burst ability does a 4,500 hit to one enemy, I believe, as well as giving a haste to, I think it's fighter characters. It might be like strength quick fighter characters, I'm not 100% sure, but his passive buffs quick, strength, and fighter class teammates. So with this team, Luffy's pretty much our only fighter, but the rest of the team is still getting that quick buff. Plus, Powerhouse are getting super buffed at the moment, being CT charge and whatnot. So Smoothie and Kaido are getting really, really nice buffs. As you can see, we just rolled back poor old Strength Luffy special. We basically just stopped the enemy from doing anything, which is great, which means the enemy's not going to build up their burst, being side Gear 5. In Gear 5, look, in Gear 5 is still scary, man. In Gear 5 does terrible, terrible things to teams. He wipes the floor with characters. He does so much damage, and he has forced out, so you've got to be very, very careful. Obviously, we'll start using him towards the back end, but stuff like Imp Powerhouse teams, Quick Powerhouse teams, even stuff like the Dex Powerhouse team, they're probably going to rule the roost this particular season. Let's move on to the next fight. As you can see, it wasn't too challenging. We did have a very nice matchup with our Quick team going up against a Strength team, so that's really, really nice. I was going to bring Slashes with this particular build, but I use Slashes all the time, and Slashes are actually getting nerfed this season with -5 CD. Honestly, doesn't hurt them at all, but I thought, I've been having a lot of fun with Dex Shooters, so let's bring Dex Shooters. They've got some Powerhouse characters in the mix. Dex are losing level 10 defense, though. There's a massive defensive drop for the Dex team, so they can get hit fairly hard. Like, they can definitely feel it when they get hit. So look, this might backfire on me, putting the Dex team second, letting the enemy build up their burst and stuff like that. So if we actually use our burst ability here, like I said, we give a team attack up level 7, targets all enemies for 4.5 times damage, and then targets 3 enemies with high attack for 100% chance to haste. So you are going to get that haste no matter what. So let's actually just blink that now. Let's do that. Hopefully we can give it to Frankie, even though Frankie was pretty much already at the top anyway. But the idea there was just to get Frankie to go off. Frankie's going to lower some defense here. Frankie's going to do some nice damage as well, plus he's going to then go through defense, which is really, really nice. Pell just gets his special off, you'd love to see that, and then Lucci going is actually really, really cool too. Plus, obviously getting haste, or giving haste to characters that have their special ready to go, it's going to help you build that back up. I believe it's like every 2 specials maybe, or something like that. I don't exactly know what the requirements are. I would have loved to have a burst ready for Ace there. That would have been absolutely perfect, because Nami Korean's going to roll Ace back, which is very, very annoying. Nami Korean, obviously the most annoying character in the entire game. Obviously, lowering defense is a bit of a problem as well, so we're going to have to deal with that. Nice chunky heal for them. But at the moment, we're rocking 8 versus 6. An upside to this Dex team is we do have a lot of bench capabilities. But as the fight goes on and we have to deal with this, we're pretty much just going to lose. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, so let's call that. As I mentioned, we were going very, very slow, letting the enemy build up their bursts. It might bite me in the backside because the final fight is Dex, but my strength team should be able to tank a burst. We have type advantage. I feel pretty confident in doing this. I just really wanted to showcase what Luffy's burst can actually do, and the fact that Dex is, whilst it's still a very, very good team, it's not exactly like where it needs to be this season with that massive level 10 defense drop, man. The defense drop really hurts Dex. Obviously, they have a lot of powerhouse characters, so like that's nice, but they don't really make up for it in the sense that they have a lot of defensive capabilities or HP capabilities to deal with stuff like going through defense. Upside to Dex is they're very bulky. They have a lot of HP. But when you go up against something like Strength or you go up against something like Slashes and you have no defense, the shots that go through defense are always going to be nice. But those other shots that normally don't hurt them, it's going to catch up with them pretty quickly. So yeah, we go with Strength here. We get a nice HP cutoff with Jack very, very early. We got a lot of CT reduction, which is great because we do have, what's his name in the front? Sanji in the front. Upside to Strength is too, we have Kobe to give us haste ability as well. So even if Kobe doesn't hit the right characters here, as you can see, we are building up our burst with the special. Or getting those specials up, I believe. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you don't get it up with using specials. Maybe, yeah, maybe there's a... I actually need to look into Luffy and how you actually get the burst up, because ideally, I would have liked to have had the burst there, and it doesn't seem to be going out with specials. It might be like power attacks or something stupid. Oh, we're gonna have to take a burst right to the face, aren't we? This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, nice shield. And now Luffy's actually gonna do more damage thanks to that, so that works in our favor. Bink, bonk, bunk. Nice stuff. Enemy's gonna come in. I think if I use the burst, it'll make my Luffy and Ace go first, purely because they have the most amount of attack. That's okay. I think we might lose Jack here too. Oh no, we don't. Having King come in is kind of nice. As soon as we get that King special ready to go, we can basically use our burst, bring forward the haste, and call this one a day. Ooh. Oh, King went anyway. We didn't even need it. So, there you go. So, there you guys go. Nice, easy first fight, some might say. But look, Red Rock Luffy, he's not the man you want to be using, but look, definitely can do some fun stuff here and there. Let's move on to another fight, probably up against another Gear 5. I did try to take on some Int Gear 5s, and look, it did not go our way. So, let's see what else we can find. Alright, so moving on to the second fight now, I actually brought Slashes back because turns out you need to kill 5 units for Luffy to get his burst off. So, it's not actually use specials, it's actually kill characters. So, the best way to kill characters is to bring characters that hit very, very hard, like S-Hawk and Whitebeard and Roger. I have no idea, since the update, I don't know if this has been a problem to anyone else, but the connecting screens have been going absolutely crazy since the update, man. I've been getting absolutely blasted with just wait times of like an hour trying to get into the goddamn game. So, but like I said, I did bring the Slasher team back purely because I do want to try and get some kills as quickly as I can when the team actually comes out. So I found the Dex team was kind of struggling a little bit. As mentioned, that defensive drop does hurt them, but their damage output isn't exactly the be-all or end-all anyway. So look, it is what it is. Holy moly, this connecting screen, bro. What is going on? Can we please get into the game? There we go. Oh, no, we got another one. Holy crap. Finally, we are in. God damn. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have been getting absolutely destroyed by connecting screens, man. Like, it's just, it's taking so freaking long. Yes, as I mentioned, I did bring in Slashes. Running Slashes first, stereotypically, is a really nice way to get a lot of very quick kills. Having 3 characters that can go through defense, S-Hawk, Roger Whitebeard, and Shanks. Cracker gets a really nice buff this season, being a quick powerhouse character. He's basically going to make up for the level 5 CD reduction that you get inflicted with. Obviously, if you go up against an enemy that has CD reduction, you have to basically deal with that. 9 times out of 10, most slashers will run sort of CD1, CD buff, so they're kind of just running on a regular basis, and as you can see, S-Hawk, he's still going in that first 30 seconds anyway, so he's not really getting stopped that effectively. Stuff like Usopp and other characters that can kind of roll back your specials, Nami, Karina, they're still going to cause a big headache for slashers now because of the extra defense in Free Spirit and whatnot, but just getting kills with these guys is actually really, really nice. Now, Red Rock Luffy, the man of the hour, getting 5 knockouts just doesn't seem all that plausible for a burst ability, because when you get like to this particular point, right, where you look at Ace's HP, like that could have easily been a knockout, but unfortunately he's left with a Bee's Digger HP. That is not only going to affect the fact that Ace is still around and probably going to wipe the floor with us now because he has a special ready to go, but it just stops us from getting that final charge. Now obviously I'm not sitting at that final charge, but for example, if I was and I needed one more knockout and I could use the burst, that would have been a prime time opportunity to actually get that to activate. However, that knockout is just not the way. If it was something like use specials, way better. Way better. But look, unfortunately, it is what it is. It's not a very good condition, and it's a big reason why Red Rock Luffy is not a meta leader. But look, you could definitely go very, very quickly and make your way through an opposition lineup, get your 5 kills very, very quickly, and then have that burst ready to go by the final stage. And look, that's what slashers do well. Like, slashers do have the potential to actually do that. So that's actually really nice. But as mentioned, it's not exactly something that I would bank my buck on. So unfortunate for Red Rock Luffy. But hey, we wanted to use a quick character. I wanted to use, what's her name? Uta as well, which I might do tomorrow. But like I said, if you guys have any recommendations or have any characters you guys want to see in the Grand Party game mode, let me know down below and we'll definitely make it happen, because Grand Party is a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of playing Grand Party. So if you guys have any characters that you want to see in the Grand Party game mode, let me know down below and we'll definitely dive in with those particular teams. So as you saw there, slashers, they aren't perfect this season. For once, they're finally getting nerfed, which is great, to be honest, because they've just been causing an absolute riot for way too long now. So it's actually quite nice to see them actually take some sort of hit in terms of nerfing. Alright, so on to the second fight now. Let's dive in. I believe this is against a slasher team. Itachi did say that this quick team does work very, very well against slashers. So we'll have to see how that goes, because obviously they're running basically an identical slasher team to what I was running. Plus, we actually have a lot of slashers on our team, which means that Shiki on their team does look a little bit scary, man. He definitely looks a little bit scary. Ideally, I'm going to use the burst of Luffy to sort of help us out with some kills. Help us out with some special rollback, thanks to Smoothie and her ability. So that's the plan. After Smoothie goes, unfortunately, she just got taken out just a little bit there, but that's okay. The enemy's not ready. We did get some haste ability there, so now Smoothie can roll back. S-Hawk's dead anyway, which is great. We're doing a lot of damage very, very quickly. That Shiki is a problem, though. So let's roll back some of these specials. Nice stuff there. Killing Roger Whitebeard is great. Now we can do this, and I'm hoping this goes to Roger and Whitebeard. Roger and Odin. Roger and Odin, please get a haste. Unfortunately, they didn't have the highest attack. Sucks to suck, I guess. That's alright. Any haste ability is better than none, so that's always good. Brook. Oh, we're going to have to deal with Shanks. Shanks, no. Brook's going to hit us, and then Shanks is basically ready. I don't know if he will hit us, though. No, he didn't. That's good, because now we get our Smoothie to bring back her special. We do have the slasher requirements, which is great. We did drop the driven counterpart from what's his name? Cross Guild. But we still do want the cooldown reduction from Roger and Odin. That's still very, very valuable. Once we've done this, we can do some damage, and then this should finish it off. Or it might not. Might be left with like a bee's dick. Yeah. That's okay. The haste is going to give us some attacks, and it should knock out Zoro Sanji. So, worked very, very nicely. Itachi was right. Taking on slashers works very, very well. So, not only can we sort of go up against the strength team with this build, but we also have the slasher team under wraps as well. Let's try a final fight now. Alright, so this one's a bit risky because, look, we're going up against Passion member, and There's a lot of combat power compared to what we used to, but let's really see how this quick team goes against the Slashers in the front. We'll see if they can sort of mess with Slashers and their setup moving forward in the early parts of the fight. It did work very well last time, but we did have a special at our disposal where we could bring forward characters and abuse that haste mechanic. So we'll try our best here. If not, obviously we have retries, so if it doesn't go well, you'll probably just see me cut from this point, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, let's see how we go. If we could get some knockouts early, that would be swell. We do want to take out S-Hawk very quickly, and Kaido is the man to do that. 9,000 on S-Hawk. See, like, the fact that S-Hawk took 9,000, it wasn't even at half his HP, is telling me that S-Hawk has a lot of investment. A lot of goddamn investment, man. Alright, he's dead now, though, which is great. Roger and Whitebeard is now the threats. If we can take out Roger Whitebeard, that's great. Big attack buffs. Roger Whitebeard went down. Love to see that. Okay, so shout out to Itachi. This team is working fairly nicely against Slashers. This particular fight that we're going up against also has strength at their disposal, though. So that could be a downfall for us a little bit, because we'll have to find a way to take down strength with one of our other teams. But I'm sure Slashers with a burst, burst ability should be able to get the job done. So now we've got our burst ready to go. We're doing very well here. We're basically just binking off characters. Smoothie's going to roll back the special. And with this particular point, I don't really see us needing to hang around in this fight. So, nice stuff. It does maul through Slashers, man. Shout out to Itachi on that one. That's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. Alright, let's try this again. The quick team worked exceptional against Slashers. Like, very nicely. But I used my burst on the second fight at a bad time. It just didn't go well. It just didn't go well, okay? So, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to skip this because we actually know that this should be a win, okay? Only just. But now, what I'm actually going to do is use my strength team second. Utilizing the strength team second is basically going to bait out that burst ability. They're also running their strength, so it's basically just going to become a mirror match of who's ready to go first. But the difference is, my burst should be able to make my characters go before theirs. In a perfect world, right? So the idea here is use the burst, get Luffy to go forward, and then we should win, right? Like, I hope so. Like, that's the plan. We tank this very nicely. And look, even if that doesn't go to plan, we'll have Slashers against their Free Spirit team at the back end, and they shouldn't have a burst. We should be able to bait out the burst for this particular fight as well. So, let's get our charge up going. I'd love to see. Let's do this, because I do not trust their Luffy's positioning. Alright, beautiful stuff. Kobe's going to give everyone cooldowns. That should put us in a good spot for Luffy to just board wipe. I'm really hoping Luffy just board wipes. We also have a shield now because Kobe got hit by the bursts. Come on, kill their Luffy. Thank you very much. They'll all come in. We already have haste, so like I don't know why I did that. Well, actually, I don't know where their units actually come into play, so let's just do it now anyway, so that way we guarantee our units to go first. And we should be able to take the gravy with this particular fight. Running Akainu on the bench actually nowadays is pretty funny, because that Akainu actually became a 20 cost unit, which is absolutely hilarious. Does do fair good damage at the back end of a fight, and with damage over time, but we do have a shield thanks to Kobe, so that's always fun. So there you guys go. We managed to get the dub. That quick team worked very well against Slashers. It did work against strength. It was very nice to see and a lot of fun to use. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, bolt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!